what she wanna do. Lower to the grave, tell you like it is to your face, she don't play. Aries chick down for it all, know that she a boss. No competition, no loss. From the Midwest to the A, Autumn got you tuning in, no delay. Ooh, get you right every time. Keep you laughing on a dime. Tell you truth, no lies, so you can live your best life. Cover all topics, no limits. Got something for your mama and your children, no holding back. No gimmicks, coming on strong, get straight to business. Oh yeah.
What she wanna do?
Live life, live life,
She
live
do what
life.
she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live
Do
life.
what she wanna do.
Live life, live life,
She
live
do what
life.
she wanna do.
Live life, live life, live life. Live life, live life.
Hey, it's your girl Autumn, and I welcome you back to the Lit Life Podcast, where I encourage you to live your life autonomously. And I guess PJ is inviting y'all back to live your life autonomously too, if you can hear her in the background with her loud ass. But what's up? What's up, Lady Committee on the podcast side? What's going on? It's been about a month. I just checked. PJ wanted to get up here and say hi. If anybody is watching, that's what's going on here. I didn't feel like getting up and closing the door after I fixed everything, because y'all know everything be fucked up over here before I get to actually recording. But anyways, what's up? Y'all know I'm over here being goofy. So first of all, I just want to it's been 4 years, y'all, since I've had my podcast. Can you guys believe it? Like, I honestly, I can believe it, but no, I can believe it. I can believe it. I read something about myself recently, because like every couple of years or so, I'll Google like my sign. Y'all know I'm an Aries, I'm an Aries, right? I'll Google my sign or whatever and just read what these places say. And I think it might have been astrology.com that pointed out to me once again that I like to start things. I like to start a whole lot of things and sometimes like not finish them. And a part of that has really been changing about me, right? Like and I'm sitting here just thinking about it and talking through it. It really just dawned on me that has kind of changed about me. Which is why I probably shouldn't feel too surprised that my podcast is still in circulation. You know what I'm saying? That I'm actually still, excuse me, wanting to get on here and talk to y'all. And like, I feel bad a little bit when I don't do it. Like, I don't know, like I feel a void, and I feel like I'm like letting my folks down, and all that kind of crazy shit. So it feels good to be back on here. But it's been 4 years. And it's like, wow, like I don't think I am I don't know where I thought I would be with Lit Life Podcast 4 years ago. Like, I think I felt like it was something cool to do after, having the first podcast with Diesel, and like it didn't work out, but I liked it and I started my own. And I think I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to expect. Um but I'm here. I'm still here. I'm glad you guys are listening or watching. There's still people that are telling people about my podcast, even though, I went from recording weekly to recording maybe monthly, maybe twice a month or whatever. But it feels good to just do it when I really feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I just don't be feeling like doing it. I was just sitting here talking to a friend and was talking to myself earlier about how I'm ready to get more active, how I'm ready to be more active. And I try not to say that I want to be like I used to be, because that ship has sailed, right? So I know I want to be more active, and I want it, and if that means it's going to be a little bit different this time, then then that means it'll be a little bit different this time. But a part of that being active um is actually sitting and planning my podcast episodes, and putting a thing on my schedule again, saying, hey, at this time this week, on this day of the week, you're going to record your podcast, and actually get up and do it. That's what I used to do. Now, not gonna hold you, during my little planning periods, it hardly ever happened. Okay, I would get up here at whatever time it was that I would set that alarm for, on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day it was, and I would kind of freestyle everything right in and there. I already kind of knew what I wanted to do, what I wanted to talk about. Find my Shut the Fuck Up award and just go with the flow. Like, nothing is ever heavily scripted over here at the Lit Life Podcast. But it was just a part of my routine. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I am trying to put it back into my routine. I'm actually I really don't even have a routine right now at all, guys, like, about anything other than getting up and working, and that's it. So I'm in a process of just getting myself in some sort of active and healthy routine, so that you guys can see more of me, right? So thank you. Thank you to everybody who has ever listened to this podcast. Thank you. I'm not gonna thank the haters, because y'all some hoes. Okay. We just gonna let that be that. I'm not one of them people. I'm gonna thank the haters. I'm not gonna thank y'all niggas. Y'all some hoes. But to all my day ones, to my podcast happy hour crew, to 12 Kyle, to Derek D Murph, to Penrose, to VJ, to like all of y'all that had Greg, my Sans, like all of y'all, that everybody that listens, first and foremost, but that core group of podcast people that have been here for me from beginning to end. And when they don't, even when they may see me on Twitter, or they may see me pop up on Instagram, but that's not enough. They're like, hey, what's going on with the podcast? Like, we want more. Like, I really, really, really appreciate y'all. I'm ready to start back having guests on the show. It's been a long time, haven't it? It's been a long ass time. I'm ready to start getting some guests back on the show. It'll be probably some repeats. I'm gonna start trying to reach out to folks. If you hear this and you want to be on here, feel free to hit me up, especially if it's somebody that's already been on here. Like, if you haven't been on here, we'll talk. We'll see. I'll see if this is something that, is gonna work, because everybody can't be up on this motherfucker. I might not fuck with you tomorrow. Okay. Ain't that what Glow said, or whatever Glow said? So it's just the truth. Okay. It just is what it is. But, and it's already been tried and true. That's the funny thing. So, anyways, shout out to y'all. Shout out to that core group. Shout out to the new people that have been listening. A lot of them have been coming from the app that I stream on, which is Tagged app, which you see my little Liddy wheel back here in the back. Y'all, we had a little controversy on the Liddy wheel twice, okay? Because of the way that if you're watching, this little red pointer, how this points down, but when it stops, it might look like it's on another thing. I can't even explain. I wish I could do it, and it'll just do it, but it's not doing it. So that's why I got this pointed up now, so that it ain't no fucking problems. But shout out to everybody that's been getting on the Liddy wheel and keeping my stream genuinely going. It's one of the things that I definitely have enjoyed over the last year and a half, and it's one of the things that I tell people, streaming is so very easy to do. Like, I don't have to think about it. I get on, I'm working during the day, I'm not really talking to anybody. I just plug the phone up and I just hit go. I just hit go live, and I'm working and I'm listening to music and I'm talking to folks. So, and it's just been helpful in making sure that I'm keeping, like, that whole human interaction thing going while I work from home or whatever. So shout out to them. But yeah, 4 years Lit Life Podcast, and we're gonna keep it going. And like I said, I'm gonna try to do better and try to get y'all some new and fresh content, and come on here and be goofy and talk about myself and all that good shit. So why don't we just get on to the getting on?
Shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga.
So it's the Shut the Fuck Up Award. It's the Shut the Fuck Up Award. It's mostly everybody's favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people come here to hear me talk my shit. The Shut the Fuck Up Award is like so golden. A lot of people, and when a lot of people come on the show, they really be going in on it. So I have two. I probably have more than that, but I have two. Um, the first one, the biggest one. No, let's start with the smallest one first. Let's start with the little one. I don't really know this lady, and I ain't gonna say her Twitter name or nothing, because she seemed really nice or whatever. Like, she really was cool or whatnot. But I did something that I totally don't do, which is go back and forth with these niggas about stuff that might ruffle some feathers. But I guess because the subject was coffee, like, I felt so compelled to reply to this lady, nice lady. She was nice, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it's like, I don't know if it was like one of the draft picks or somebody, some white man, clearly, talking about how he puts mayo in his coffee. Okay, whatever. So she says, I know y'all hate mayo, like it's a core ingredient in the recipe for racism, but it's not totally crazy to put mayo in coffee. It's creamy, it has a bit of a tang, some sweetness. What else she say? It's not far off. Wait, I done lost my spot. It's creamy. It's a bit of a tang, some sweetness. It's not that far off from those Frappa Tutti Toppy 9,000 calorie drinks y'all get from Starbucks. And I said, no. And I kept reading, like, I read down the thing, and it says something. Oh, here it is. She said, so somebody was trying to, like, say, yeah, that sounds cool or whatever. And she's like, thank you. I'm waiting for people who actually like mayo to chime in, because I don't drink coffee, but I think it works in theory. Okay. So my response, because I am who I am, you know what I'm saying? Just 'cause honestly, I didn't even think that she was gonna, like, reply back or anything, but, like, I just put this a little gif up there, and it says lie again. I said, nah, I know for a fact. What I know for a fact is that you fucking lying. So she goes back and forth with me, like, oh, I'm just thinking, it sounds good, and she's like, what else did she say? She said, do you not like mayo at all? And I said, not, no, which I probably could have said not really, because I'd eat it in. Oh, that's what I said. I said, I mean, I'll eat it mixed lightly with something, but I love coffee, love it. It's just a no for me. And she came back. I just wonder, again, in moderation, can't mayo be mixed in and allowed to get thin enough, act the same way as coffee creamer would? And so I had to finally stop her, and I'm like, yo, no, like, no. The texture doesn't sound right of a cream, of a coffee creamer, the texture of mayonnaise. Come the fuck on. No. Also, how, like, is like, mayo is made of oil, right? I don't think dairy creamer, I don't think that's made of oil. Like, Can you just imagine like putting oil? I'm not even talking about the taste. I'm talking about the texture at this point. Putting oil in your coffee. I need her to shut the fuck up, y'all. I done got pissed off all over again thinking about it. Like, come on. Like, are you being serious? Like, she had to be trolling. I'm like, are you trolling? Like, what the fuck? I just had to stop replying because I was going in and I don't do that. But as y'all can see, that shit had me hot. Like, the taste or the texture. Is it even gonna melt for real? Oh, that's so fucking disgusting. Like, yo, no. Anyways, sis, you gotta go. You gotta shut the fuck up on that. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, you was nice, you was cool or whatever, what have you, but we can't do this no more. We're not doing this, okay? No. Um, the second shut the fuck up goes, there's always a shut the fuck up award that comes around like that I don't really expect to come around. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those shockers. And I can't even really think of one off the top of my head right now. But this one, I need somebody to tell Smokey Robinson that he has got to stop with the mess, okay? The mess, the mess, sir. Now, you hardly ever hear me say anything like, you're too old, like you're too old to do this, or like at a certain age, because that shit be played out. I'll be so tired of people saying that shit all the time. So I don't really say it, but come on now, smoke, bro. Did you really just air out Diana Ross like that? It was Diana Ross, wasn't it? Like, did you really? Is that really what you just did? Like, just went on at this age, at this big ass, hefty ass age of yours, you decided to tell the world that you had an affair with Diana Ross right now? Like, somebody reminded me that he got a damn album dropping or just dropped or some shit called Orgasms or some bullshit. Like, what? I mean, okay, it's okay. Be horny. Listen, be horny. Do what you gotta do. Get yours. You ain't have to bring Diana Ross into it, bro. You didn't have to do that. Like, on some real shit. That's not what you had to do, sir. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to shut the fuck up with it, y'all. Like, he has to go on with it. Like, I can't. Okay. So, anyways, Aries season has come to a close, and it was amazing. I think I gave you guys a little bit of a recap in the last episode. That basically, I told you guys I've been able to see a lot of my favorite people. I've been able to start traveling again, which has been great. And I think I also told you guys that I was going to the 420 Mile High music festival in Denver, which actually is like not the festival itself, but going to Denver was on my bucket list. So I got to check off a bucket list item. Now my allergies want to fuck up. I got to check off a bucket list item, and y'all, I can't even explain like how good of a time I had, even under the circumstances. So let's get the rundown. So I decided to go to the 420 Mile High Fest. I had bought a VIP ticket. The ticket was extra cheap. I had found a cheap flight, whatever. Boom. I'm on my live stream. I'm like, y'all, I just did some extra impulsive ass shit. I just bought these tickets. I'm going. I had a couple of people. Actually, it was a handful of people that was like, damn, I might meet you out there. But when it all came down to it, two people decided to go. Um, my friend Robin from Tagged, who actually lives here in the Atlanta area, and then Damon from Tagged as well. Him and his brother and his cousin, they had been to California. They had been to Colorado before, so he kind of like knew the ins and outs. But I don't think that they had ever been to that festival, so it just kind of all, you know, it all made sense. He was like, "Fucking, I'm rolling. We gonna get there." And they were in Texas and they drove. So it was so the first extra funny thing that happened was I bought my ticket. I always sit in the same seat. Like if the seat is available, if these two specific rows are available and the window seats are available in these rows, I typically pick these seats. Okay. So I always get a flight on Delta specifically that I could pick the seat, right? So first thing, couple of days before we go, Robin was like, "Yeah, they actually gave me a seat assignment. Da da da. I don't know if he wasn't supposed to get one at first or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what is it?" And he told me what it was, and I'm like, "Nigga, why was he right next to me?" He was right next to me. So, because we were on the same, because he ended up getting the same flight, the same time or whatever, which what it's whatever. But he's in the seat right next to me, y'all, like right next to me. So that was funny. Um, the flight there was 4 hours. I don't know why I thought it was less than that. But it was 4 hour long flight. It was hella long. Like it seemed like it went on forever. I mean, it was a smooth flight, but it was just felt like it went on forever. We got to got touchdown in Denver. Now, I have been looking at the weather. So I knew that it was gonna be chilly. Like I knew that, I was happy because I saw that it wasn't gonna like rain or snow during the time of the festival or whatever, but I knew that it was gonna be chilly. And when I say chilly, I'm talking like 50 degrees with the wind blowing though. You know what I'm saying? Like during the day. Like so I knew it was gonna be cold. So I made sure that I packed for that because I knew I was gonna be there for like 3 full days, leaving out on that fourth day. So I just made sure that I brought layers, whatever. Y'all know I had frostbite on my feet, so I had to make sure I had the right stuff on my feet and the right shoes and all this and the other. So get there. Robin and I split a lift. His hotel was like maybe like 15 minutes past mine or whatever. Um get to the hotel, and I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but I usually stay with like a Hilton brand because I like to get my points and shit. And go in, what I'm saying? I'm getting ready, checking in, like trying to see if they got a room available. They're like, we don't have any room available. Now, mind y'all, this flight, I had been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like hella tired. Like we get there early. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it was I thought I just saw, but y'all know my scary ass. I thought maybe it was PJ. All right. What was I saying? So, oh, I'm checking in. They like we don't have anything. We don't have anything that's like ready right now. And I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Why I couldn't find my ID, my driver's license that I had to get on the plane? I'm like, okay, hold on. I'm like, I couldn't find it. I pull out my gun permit. Like, I'm like, I know I have another like ID in here that has some. And I'm like, I got my gun permit. And I'm like, Lord, please don't let it be expired. So it wasn't expired. So she was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine or whatever. But I'm like, still, there's an issue because where the fuck is my ID? I go through my wallet because you start looking for stuff in places where good and damn well it's not there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good thing that I did that because I started looking in like the other compartments of my wallet and I find the ID that I had before I moved into my house. Because what I did was I just ordered another one online and kept the one that I had, and it's still valid until 2024. Like, I thought that it would have been like, because they scan the in certain venues or places or whatever, they scan them and whatever. But it was fine. So but I'm still panicking. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Lord, can I even use this gun permit to get home? Whatever, like whatever. Like, if they scan this, is it gonna show that it's like not valid? Like, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like, I'm tired and I'm over it, right? So I tried to contact TSA. There's no, like, you can't contact them. It has to go through email. The one at Atlanta Hartsfield, anyway. So there's a form that you fill out online, and this is just FYI if this ever happens to y'all, and I hope not. There's a form that you can fill out online that you can put all your information in for any item that you've lost, and if they find it, they'll hit you up and let you know. So I did the form, but then I also sent an email, and I'm like, no, I ain't sent an email yet. I called the license bureau in Georgia, and I'm like, hey, this what happened. And the girl was like, damn, it's basically what she said. She was like, I think she said it wasn't really no way that she could get me an ID or whatever. And I'm like, whatever. I can't remember exactly all she said, but whatever, it don't even matter. So I emailed them, like, at this emergency email or whatever, the TSA, and they emailed me right back and was like, hey, you should be okay. Just get to the airport early, and because you can go through a verification process because you use the ID coming here or whatever, so you'll be able to get home. And I'm like, okay, cool. Still not really all that settled, y'all. Like, I'm like, come on now, bruh. Now, by the time all this shit that happened, Robin, he just hit me up, somebody he'd have been to the damn dispensary and everything. And I'm like, damn, I'm falling behind. And actually, I was supposed to work that day, and that shit didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm like, my room's not ready. Nothing is ready. I put my bags behind the hotel thing, and I just went and started walking. So I was right downtown. Like, I was probably 3 blocks away from the actual event, and I was like 2 blocks away from the 16th Street Mall, which is like a few blocks worth of like an outside mall. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff down there. It's really nice. There's a big ass like bowling alley, and like I mean, like, just a bunch of restaurants, and a couple of like, there's a dispensary over there. There's like, whatever. So I finally just got out, and I found a Starbucks. I went there because the place in the coffee shop that was in the hotel was closed already. And let me back up, because when I got off the plane in Denver, y'all know I'm trying to find me some damn coffee. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, boom, this little local spot. Let me try this. And it was trash. The coffee was horrible. Okay. It was disgusting. So get to the hotel, do all that, go out, start walking. I'm trying to wake myself up. You know what I'm saying? I found a dispensary, went to the dispensary, and I went to Starbucks, got me some coffee, blind roast, boom, on point. Everything was everything. I walked down to, there was like a Target. Like, I'm just really just walking around. Like, I'm trying to like make the best of this time. And I also know that I'm tired and I'm irritated. And this is why I always try to travel a day before an event, because I know that just the stress of the travel, this is even when nothing else happens, the stress of the travel is always a lot for me. I always like to get the earliest flight that I can, because I don't be wanting no mess, all that type of stuff. So that Friday, so I finally got in my hotel, whatever, it was all good. Ended up linking back with Robin. We went to another dispensary, because niggas, that's what niggas was doing, hopping around the dispensary the whole damn time. Went to another dispensary, and then we were supposed to meet another streamer. Her name is Fee. We were supposed to meet her, but she got caught up at work. So we went to the Hard Rock Cafe. Am I saying it right? I think it is. The Hard Rock Cafe. I think that's it. I've always seen them, but I've never been in one. So went in there. It was cool. I mean, first of all, like I think I might have said this on the last episode too. Like it's it's like a culture shock when I leave the Atlanta area. Cause like it's just so damn black area. Everything is black. It's just black as hell up in here. You know what I'm saying? And when you go somewhere else and you be like, wow, like it's almost like I feel like foreign or something. Like people are looking at you and it was a vibe. It was like one of them kind of vibes in there. But the food was good, the drinks were good, whatever. Um Robin went on back to his hotel and Fee ended up hitting me up. It was way later, but she hit me up and she was like, if you still up to it, like I come chill with you or whatever. I'm like, bet. She came by. We sat up there and talked, and we sat up there and laughed and giggled like we known each other for many, many years or some shit. Like went, got in her truck, smoked. Like it was cool. Okay. Boom. I get some sleep, y'all. Cause that's all a real nigga needed, right? That's all I needed. I just needed that one good night of sleep. And I slept so good. I slept so good. I jumped up in the morning, went down there to the restaurant coffee. I mean, to the restaurant coffee shop, to the hotel coffee shop. And let me tell y'all what. That was some good ass coffee. The name of the coffee is, let me find it. The name of the coffee, I don't ever say it right. But it's like, hold on, I'm about to tell y'all. It is because I'm just telling y'all that I'm looking it up right now. All I have to do is go to my Amazon because I was looking for it. Here it is. It's called Das Bog. I be want to say Bass Dog. I be want to say Bass Dog, but it's Das, DAZBOG coffee. Okay. That coffee was motherfucking banging, y'all. It was so good. All I got was the drip. And I started to get an espresso based drink, but I didn't because it looked like they had one of them newer espresso machines. And like, I don't like the way those froth. I don't like the way how those froth the milk. I don't like it at all. So I decided not to do that. But I got me some beans before I left there. They sell the little things in the beans. And so I'm asking the guy, like, do you guys sell this online? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's on and popping. And why today I realized, because I just ran out of it, that it's on Amazon and you get a subscription and it's cheaper if you do. It's like 40% off. So I went on ahead and signed up for that. So that's my new shit for right now. That's my new coffee for right now. It is amazing. If you're gonna try it, the one I got was the one that they sell in there. I don't know how to say this. S V as in Victor, O B as in boy, O D as in dog, A. And he said it's like a Russian, it's like some Russian people did it or whatever. Started the company or whatever. That shit's banging. That shit is fucking banging. So maybe I'll find a link and put it in the show notes if I remember. So, anyways, enough about the coffee, right? The coffee was amazing. Got dressed. Robin came from his hotel. And we went on ahead and walked over to the festival. Now, y'all, it's freezing outside. And it's only freezing when the wind is blowing. Because it really was like 50 degrees. The sun was high in the sky. But when that fucking wind started blowing, y'all, it was cold. It was cold. Okay. We knew that they had this they were, like Waka Flocka was supposed to be performing at 4 o'clock because he was gonna do the whole 420 smoke or whatever. So that was our main goal of getting there. So I think we ended up getting there about 2:30, 3 o'clock, something like that. Damon, by that time, Damon and his brother and his cousin had gotten there, and we all linked up and we took a picture or whatever. I think y'all saw it on Instagram if you saw the reel. And we were standing in line at the pizza at the little, because my fat ass, I'm like, what we gonna eat? So we're standing in line at the pizza thing. And so this guy and this guy and his girlfriend was standing there, and he's like smoking something, and he's choking, y'all. Like he's coughing. So here I go, just being extra, right? And I'm like, not you gonna sit up here and have these baby ass lungs on 420. That's not what you doing. You about to have these little baby ass, little infant ass lungs over here coughing your whole life out. Like I do not even know this man, y'all. So look, him and like a couple people that was with me, they like, oh, if you ain't coughing, it ain't that. You know how niggas are. Nah, you just got them baby lungs. It is what it is. Hey. Oh, I guess we just gonna have to embrace it on 420. So we get the pizza, whatever. We get ready everybody's moving over because Waka Flocka is about to come on. So I low key, by that time I forgot that I had VIP shit so that we could go up to the front of the stage. So I'm like, come on, Robin, because Robin had a VIP too. So we gets up there to the front of the stage. And Waka came on. It was amazing. Like Waka has like some like magical type of energy. Like that man really puts on a show. If you want to go to a concert that's just full of life, he's a guy. Like you don't even have to know all of the songs. You don't even have to he's gonna keep the party rocking. If y'all saw on the reel, he came down in the crowd. He was in the crowd most of the time. He kept saying, y'all, I know I came here to put on a concert. Like I know I came here to perform, but I really just want to party with y'all. Like I just want to rock with y'all. And that's what he did. And it was lit. Like whole thing lit. I can't tell you what happened with nobody else other than Waka Flocka because again, it was cold and I heard the rest of it was great. I heard Rick Ross was great. He was the headliner. He did at night or whatever. But I had got my little free swag bag and, little freebie giveaways and all that. That's really all I need. I was cool. I wasn't about to stand out there and be cold. I just couldn't do it. So it was what it was. So, and Robin too. And Robin actually had to fly out early the next day. So, we left, you know what I'm saying? He went on to his hotel and I went to mine. And then the mom called and was like, hey, we about to, you trying to smoke, whatever. What you trying to do is 420. I'm like, bet. So their hotel was probably about 10 minutes from mine. They came and picked me up, went over there. That's where you saw in the reel. If you saw the reel, you saw the syringe. So it's like, cause I was trying to try everything while I was there. They had this syringe with like this concentrate and you put it on the damn weed. Y'all, listen. I don't know how many. Let's see. So it was 4 of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably had we smoked a whole lot. It was a lot. Like we stood outside of their hotel, their situation or whatever, and smoked like a whole lot of weed. And then decided to go to Walmart. And to this day, nobody can tell me that I wasn't in Walmart for about 7 hours. And I know that that's not logical. Like, I know that when I really do the math, we were only in there for about 30 minutes. But I really feel like I was in there for a whole working day. I don't know if everything just really slowed down. I don't know. But it was crazy. Okay. It was just, was that the day we went to Walmart? Yes, that was the day we went to Walmart. So then next day was what? Friday. Because the concert and everything was on. So anyways, the concert was great, y'all. Like, the only thing I would change is the weather. So if I decide to do another 420 concert, I'm not sure that I will go to Colorado to do it, but I will go back to Colorado when it's warm, when it's warmer. It don't even have to be hot, but when it's warm, I do want to go back because I want to do like the tours. They got like the weed tour, like the cannabis growing tours and all that stuff. Like I just want to go see all that shit. So yeah, I'll go back. But the concert, everything, the way that everything was put together, this was the first year back for the 420 Fest since COVID. Like, I think they did an awesome job. Like, again, like there were like three different stages. I honestly didn't stay long enough to enjoy everybody else that was there, but I'm pretty sure it was dope. Like all of the pictures and videos that I see, it looks like it was still hella packed out there. As cold. And I knew that once the sun went down, it was really gonna be cold. And it actually kind of rained a little bit that night too. So it was great. Like if I'm giving it any type of rating, I'll say it was great. It was worth it. I would do it again. So the rest of my trip, the next day, like Damon and his folks were still there. We actually found, so I got up, I found some pancakes. Okay. They were delicious. It was at this place called Syrup. I feel like I've seen this place before. So this might be a franchise, but it was so fucking good. The coffee was good, the bacon was good. I did that, walked over there and did that. Then I took a Uber. I looked up this place. It was called the Coffee Joint, and it was presented as a coffee house or a coffee shop that you can like actually smoke in, and that's not what it was. It was cute. It had a dispensary connected to it, but it was not a coffee shop. It was like literally a place you pay like what was it, $5 to get in, and they had like little like stuff that you could buy, like like little smoking accessories and stuff, but you could not smoke in there, like no open flame. You could do, I guess, like a like dab, which is something I've never done. I think that doesn't you don't need a flame for that. I don't know. Or you could do like vape pen or whatever. And also the only coffee they had was in a Keurig, so I would give them a 2. I mean, and that's just because it was cute and because the dispensary actually has some really, really great prices. Okay. Um, but that was kind of, I mean, it wasn't a waste of my time. I'm glad I went, but whatever. So I did that. And then we found this place that was like a kickback spot for people. Basically, really is you could tell it's really like for people who come from out of town and they want to smoke, because like the laws in Colorado or in Denver, it's like Vegas, it's like California. Like technically you're not supposed to just be walking around smoking weed. They don't really do shit to you when you do, but technically you're not supposed to do that. It's like alcohol. They treat it like alcohol or whatever. So this place is, and there's only like less than a handful of places that you can actually go in and smoke that's like a public establishment. And so this particular place, it wasn't necessarily even public because you have to have a membership to get in. So what you do is you could purchase a membership, do like a monthly or yearly or whatever, or you could buy the 1 day pass. So that's what we did. We bought a 1 day pass. We sat in there, we watched the game. It was this couple in there that they got up and got ready to leave, and they could not find the fucking key to their rental car. That shit was tragic. Like they were didn't I just say how you look in places where that shit ain't at? Like they were looking under couches and in the cushions of places they hadn't even sat in, they hadn't even been to. Like, and what they think happened was there was another couple that was sitting across from them. They think maybe they accidentally grabbed the key. So that was tragic because I know that cost them a pretty penny to get replaced. I know they had to call the rental company, and I know they taxed their ass, but that happened. But that little place, it was, I can't think of the name of it, y'all, but it was nice. It was cool. It was cute. If I lived in Colorado, it's not probably somewhere I would frequent, but knowing that it's there, and knowing that like if I ever go back there to visit, I know that it's there, so I would go. So, whatever. And it was great. Everything was great. I had a great time. I'm gonna tell y'all this. When I got home on Saturday, it took me a week to probably like get back to normal. Like I did not really have I didn't want to see no weed. I was all smoked out. I think I tweeted about it. I couldn't even do it. Like, but I did. I went to Denver and I did what I said I was gonna do. So that was that on that. It was a happy time. It was great. I had a great time. I could say it a million times. I had a great time. I loved it. I had a great time. It was great. I'm going back. Like I promise I'm going back. So what is my next adventure, y'all? I don't know. I have no idea. I just found out today. Like I knew. Well, it had we had talked about it, but it's just been confirmed today that I got to go back to California next week. Next week, you heard me right. Next week, like a week ago, a week from today. I just literally purchased the ticket and everything. So I'll get to go out there. Hopefully I'll get to see my friend Emily. I'm not gonna be out there nearly as long as I was the last time. I'm only gonna be there for 2 days. So I know that turnaround with that damn jet lag is gonna be a bitch, but whatever. Give me my points. Give me my Delta Sky miles and my Hill Downers points. Like and some good weed. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Um but my next adventure, like a real like adventure, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, y'all. Um, I don't know. Things I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Jodeci concert, which I still need to buy my tickets. My cousin Rhonda gonna come up here probably for it, and we're gonna go do that. I've never been to that amphitheater, Chastain. I've never been there, but it looks like some of the seats have actual tables in front of it, so that would be cool. Um, I'm looking forward to Megan Thee Stallion dropping some tour dates. Stop playing, sis. Stop playing, little sis. I know you're gonna be at Essence Fest. I don't know if she's like finishing up. I don't know if she's like finishing up an album or something. I don't know, but I need her to get that shit together. I'm ready to buy tickets to that. Um, but that's it. Like I can't even really think of anything else. Like, hmm. I think that's it, y'all. So I've talked long enough. Look at that long ass episode. So I'll be back hopefully sooner than later. I'm gonna definitely have to come back and tell y'all how my next work trip goes. I have some other content. Like I said, I have like a bunch of fucking topics written down that I want to talk about. And again, I'm definitely looking forward to bringing people back on the podcast. So if you're listening and it's something you want to talk to the homie about, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm ready. I'm ready to get back in the swing of things. Okay. So until you hear me or see me again, peace.